No.
So those are your little quick ones, then we get on to your big three, don't we? The big one.
Yeah,
Should we play a record and come back to that?
I know what you want.
Right, what other things do you want?
Yes, sir.
101.
Other than us.
Spiders.
Right, go on.
I know Ricky will be agreeing with this.
Yeah, all spiders, yeah.
I mean, not all spiders, because there's some spiders that are on the planet that don't do any harm. They clean up stuff, don't they?
Well, they got little brushes.
Do you mean
like
janitors spiders?
yeah.
No, there's some that, you know,
Hong Kong leggy.
just get on with stuff. But I'm talking about the spiders that are deadly. And spiders that are massive. I mean, Johnny's mate, Ricky's mate, Johnny, I mean.
Yeah.
He was talking about how, he was in Australia.
Yeah.
And he was sharing a room with a mate or whatever. And his mate was having a shower. And said, Johnny, just come in here a minute. And he went in, and there was a spider on the side of the bath that he said was the size of your hand.
2 hands width. It's sort of like a size track, just like 8 inches across.
That big, right? And the daft thing with that one is that can't kill you. It's massive. It's got no purpose.
It's a huntsman.
Yeah, but what? Something he said it does, right? If you sort of walk around it and it thinks you're going to try and trap it, it hisses at you
and jumps at you
and jumps on you, and it sort of clings on.
That's terrifying.
You'd be sort of running around trying to get it off, and it's just gripping on like the old stag beetle thing again.
Yeah.
It's clinging onto you. But there is no. What I don't understand is why is that spider that big? Right. Because no doubt it only eats stuff like normal spiders do, but it needs to eat more of them because it's a bigger lad. Right?
Yeah.
It doesn't actually do anything. It's not like I just don't
doesn't
get
try,
it.
doesn't paint, doesn't do anything.
It's just getting in the way, and it's one of those things that are so big you couldn't kill it. Because can you imagine like the mess that would make something that size if you stamped on it?
Yeah.
Which I'm not, you know, again I'm not a fan of.
Yeah.
But I don't get that. And then there was a programme on a few weeks ago on BBC about spiders. And there was this one, right? It was going, you know, there's so many spiders in the world. And apparently there's so many of them, they can't give them all names. Right? What they're saying is, once one dies out, they'll actually introduce another one. Because there's so many different breeds of them that it's impossible to sort of make a book and list them all.
Right.
What,
It's like
the book
a
would be
queue.
infinitely long.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a queue.
They're not trying to name it individually, are they?
No.
That's their problem.
No, seriously.
Yeah. Just keep it down to the species. Go on.
This is true. This.
Go on, yeah.
So they'll sort of go gives a spider the Black Widow, right? Black Widow, they've all died. So who's next? And they'll say, here's a redback.
Yeah.
And that's how they introduce them. So this programme was going on about this. Right?
Not how they do it.
No, they do it.
Okay. Your point
Okay, alright.
Right, so anyway, there's this little one, right, in Australia, and it shows you some kids being dead happy and playing around in the sun, loving it, you know, all healthy and that, and, you know, love being in the sun. They're playing around the pool, and, you know, there's a couple of them there playing swing ball and that, dead happy, not a care in the world. And, like, the one of them goes, oh, I'll go swimming, because I've been playing swing ball for an hour, got a bit of a sweat.
Sure.
Go for a little breaststroke or whatever. And they get in the pool, and they can't wait to have a swim about, and then it pans to the bottom of the pool.
Yeah.
And there's this little spider just sat there dead still. Right? Sat at the bottom of the pool holding its breath.
Holding its breath!
Okay.
Cheeks going up red, eyes bulging.
yeah.
Oh, 8 pairs of goggles on.
One goes by with a snorkel. You should have thought of this.
4 pairs of flippers.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's sat there in the deep end, right? And and then it pans back to the kids having a good time, chucking a ball to each other.
Yeah. I can see what's going to happen here.
And it pans back.
It's not going to join in the game, is it?
No.
And what happens is, the kid starts bouncing up and down on the floor.
Sure.
Goes and sticks the kid goes and puts a foot on the spider. Bites the kid, and apparently, if you're not seen to, you can be dead in 15 minutes.
Sorry, why did the spider sit at the bottom of the pool?
That's what it likes to do.
Animals don't do things they like to do. Animals do things for a reason.
Waiting for a kid to come along, so...
No! It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, that's what it does.
It doesn't go out to murder kids. That's not what it does.
No, there must be a reason. I mean, if you just stopped when you watch these programmes and don't get involved with the music and, like, you know, the odd... Why does it sit at the bottom of the pool? There must be a reason. It either goes there for protection, food, to call. It does it for a reason. It doesn't go there to wind up swimmers.
Yeah.
There must be a reason. This is it. If anyone's watching, please, if you're watching that program, I don't know about this spider. What's the name of the spider?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Well, it did say-
08700 800 123.
Is it the Duncan Goodhue?
is it Paul?
I mean, I don't know, maybe it does go into other things like ponds and that, and maybe it does the same for ducks, if a duck stands on it.
But why? The duck stands on it!
Why?
Oh, I love your brain.
Probably because eventually, you know, a kid can get, like, saved if it's seen to in 15 minutes, but a duck is just gonna, like, wander around and go, God, I don't feel well, and what have you.
What good is that to the spider?
Because...
No, I'm saying it might kill it if it might protect itself, but it must be in the pond for a reason in the first place, or the swimming pool. It must be down there for a reason. It must have another agenda, evolutionary wise. It can't just do it.
Could it be in training for the Olympics?
Unless it is just cooling. Like those, because on one of the other programmes that's a bit mental,
Oh yeah, that one, yeah.
The one with the lizards. Did I tell you
Right,
that?
let's not get into lizards. This could take...
Okay, no, go on quickly.
No, this is a good one. It was a programme, BBC programme again, on how insects and animals help each other out.
Yeah.
Right? They were saying how, you know, you might think they're an insect, but they think like humans do.
Yeah.
And they all help each other out. Right? And there was this lizard that is running about in the desert, right? And it's going, God, it's roasting. And what it does, it makes a little hole in the sand, and it goes under the ground and it cools down, right?
Yeah.
And then you see one of the locals, I think it was in Egypt or something, and the Egypt bloke comes walking along.
Egypt bloke.
And,
Is he walking like an Egypt bloke?
Walk like an Egypt bloke.
and what he does, right, he's looking out for these holes in the ground.
Sure.
And he sticks his hand in,
Yeah.
and
Why does he want the lizard?
he makes shoes and stuff out of it,
Okay.
right? And you see him
Cobblers.
walking around, he's got about 12 of these things in a basket on his back, and they're
Yeah.
all looking really fed up.
Oh yeah.
And it's dead hot, and they can't be bothered trying to escape, and they look really fed up. And this bloke's laughing, you know, he's collecting loads.
I love how he watches this, like, because they sort of editorialise it and make it into, like, some
Exactly.
sort of, like, evil play.
Yeah,
No.
But then it was saying how this deadly scorpion that man is scared of is mates with the lizard. And the reason is that the scorpion goes into the hole, right? It can't dig its own hole because its arms are that big and it's awkward for it to dig a proper hole.
Sure.
So what it does, it goes into the little den that the lizard's made, right? And whilst the lizard's having a kip, the scorpion says, "Tell you what, I'll do you a deal. You have a kip, I'll walk up and down this hole here and sort of scare away any people." So the lizard's like, "Yeah, all right then, fair enough." Because the scorpion wants a little hole to keep out the sun. The lizard wants a kip. They've done themselves a little deal. The Egyptian bloke comes walking along, sticks his hand in the hole.
Yeah.
He thinks he's just going to get a lizard. Scorpion stings him. He runs off, drops the basket. All the lizards go running off.
I love the fact that that is what always happens.
Yeah.
They filmed that just by chance, and that's what always happens. I like the fact that the Egyptian bloke has done this every day. He does it. He goes, "Well, okay, I've got all these lizards. I'll just go to this hole again.
Yeah.
Because I haven't got that lizard yet.
Yeah.
This will be fine."
No, I just think.
And
yeah.
when the lizard and the scorpion make that deal, and he says you have a kip, and the other one does it, do they talk in Egypt or? I mean,
They talk
how
Egypt
do they
bloke.
how do they discuss?
They talk Egypt bloke or
this?
English bloke.
What language do they use, Carl?
No, it's the international language of love.
But spiders is what you're putting in Room 101.
Spiders.
Let's go back to that. That's
Spiders. So spiders
So
that.
basically, spiders that have got the poison to kill a man.
Because Rick, I know, because
Okay.
but Rick, I know
what
you're.
about the ones that are just too big for their own good? Those
I
are
don't
the.
understand that either.
But
Yeah.
Rick, you're scared of all spiders, aren't you? Or even
Yeah.
the little tiny ones you
I
find.
don't
in your
like
house.
any spiders. Yeah.
Is your husband afraid of them as well? Or?